Hey there, everybody. Yeah, so next game in Mega Man month. Yeah, it's everything Mega Man. And whatever happened to Onimusha? Like, that was a cool game. Okay, I know people dissed about Onimusha 2, but okay, whatever happened to Onimusha? Like, that was a cool game. Whatever happened to the sequel of Azura's Wrath? That's not coming out. Capcom just kind of dropped that ball. It's like, what the fuck? You know, actually, the best way to show it is how bad Capcom is for doing things and like dropping characters and doing stupid shit like that. There's a little game out there called Resident Evil 2. If you play the Claire version, you get stuck. You get stuck with this little kid called, I think her name was Sherry Birkin. She has no existence in the Resident Evil franchise. I don't remember ever seeing her in any other game. If she isn't in a game, I might be wrong, but like, what the fuck? Like, you go all this invested interest and, you know, nothing. And I'm like, I think she's mentioned in Nemesis, and that's about it. I think. I can't remember. I don't remember anything else. It's really weird, you know, like, fuck, you know, what the hell, Capcom? Like, Onimusha, okay, I liked Onimusha 1. I loved Onimusha 2. I love the idea of all these different characters you can play and some of the unique things you could do. I enjoyed that game. That game's up there. I enjoyed Way of the Samurai. What the fuck's, where's Way of the Samurai? Where the hell's Way of the Samurai? So I have dubbed this Mega Man month, but my friend has dubbed this Hate Capcom month. So it's Mega Man / Hate Capcom month. Whatever happened? Like, no, seriously, Way of the Samurai was awesome, and the last game sucked. It sucked so bad. Way of the Samurai 2 was cool, was kick-ass, was unique, was different. What the fuck? Okay, now let's get to Mega Man. So again, I'm talking about the Mega Mans that most people haven't heard about. So, you know, I talked about Wily's Wars in the last one. This one I'm talking about Mega Man V. Now it's actually Mega Man 5, but it's the only Mega Man game that actually had a Game Boy, and that's it. It's not on the Nintendo, because what Game Boy was doing for a while and what Nintendo was doing for a while, Mega Man characters would legitimately, like, they'd have these crappier half versions of the Mega Man games where you wouldn't get all the stuff. This is its own game. Now it takes place in, you know, 2000XX AD. Basically, Wily's basically disappeared. No, like, okay, Wily made his attempt, his fourth attempt, fail-whaled, and vanished off the off the radar. So yeah, he's vanished off the radar. So rock and roll, or just chillaxing, having a good day. All of a sudden, this robot comes out of nowhere called Terra and basically challenges Mega Man. Mega Man first attacks him, thinking, okay, well, I'm going to take this guy out. He attacks him, and then out of nowhere, he attacks him, can't do shit to him. He's like, holy crap, my photon blast, my buster shots aren't working. So he goes for his X-Buster or whatever, his photon blast, what I can't remember what it's called, his plasma burst, or I think it's Buster Shot. I believe it was called Buster Shot. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, his Super Shot. He goes for his Super Shot, and his Super Shot fails, and then he gets owned. Then Roll gets kidnapped. So he's like, well, you know, I got to go after these assholes. So Dr. Light makes him a special fist, and yes, you basically fucking Voltron your way through shit. You now have a Voltron. You're now Voltron, traveling through space and time. Traveling through space anyway. So the game first takes place once you get your Voltron fist. Anybody knows they had rocket fists. You get your first one, and now you get to play on Earth. There's four characters, and for me playing this game, I was like, wow, I remember. I remember how they always used to do this in Mega Man. You'd only have four locations, so you take on four of these space robots that are planning on invading. I think they Venus, Neptune, Mars, Venus, Neptune, Mars. I think Venus, Neptune, Mars. I can't remember what the third Mercury. That's what it was, Mercury. So you gotta fight these like four new robots, and each stage is very very reminiscent of each robot. Actually, I gotta say this: the stages are fun. Like you need some skills, especially especially the kill. This is a gameplay annoyance for the Mega Man games. They did this on purpose in the Mega Man games, made them a little bit harder, so that you had a little bit more of challenge when you played the original when you played Mega Man games. On the other ones, because you had less game. I kind of noticed that you had a little bit of a less game, so they actually would do that for you, make it a little bit, a little bit tougher. So if you died, where if you've ever played a Mega Man game, you get screens. So screen one, two. I mean, as you progress, you go through screens. So usually around third or fourth, I'll call them segments. Usually around the fourth or fifth segment, you get a little checkpoint. So if you die by that point, you come back. Usually it's anywhere between usually 2 to 5. That's your average. This one I've noticed can sometimes go up to 6 or 7, which is really a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass. It's a right royal pain in the ass, because you get like, for instance, I died 4 segments in, and it's like holy crap, I'm all the way back to square one. It's like you gotta do it all over again. And this game I've noticed for damage rating, holy fuck monkeys, this thing, the damage in this is actually a little bit more tougher. Like this thing takes a little bit more beef. So you gotta fight your way through, taking out Robot Master after Robot Master. And it is actually very, very fun. I really enjoy the fact that they did this where you actually, first Neptune, you get... I love Neptune's. Neptune's attack is salt water. Yeah, you get salt water. That's the name of his ability. It's kind of funny. Usually I take on Neptune first, then Mars, then I think I take on Venus, then Mercury, if I remember correctly. I think that's how I did it. No, sorry, I did Mercury, then Venus. Now you get the rush thing. And so then you gotta fight Terra again. And you're like, okay, well, finally I can kick Terra's ass. So you go to take out Terra. And this is where the thing, we haven't heard from Dr. Wily in a while. These robots have come from outer space. They're called like asteroids or something. I can't remember what they're called. Astrodroids or something like that. These guys have come from outer space. And you're like, okay, they've come from outer space. You're gonna have to deal with like an alien threat. Which is, yeah, actually speaking about alien threat, he's actually, Dr. Wily's done that before. But I'll leave it at that. So you gotta deal with this alien threat. And as you go to fight Terra, all of a sudden one of those stupid devil robots, I call them golems because that's what they fucking remind me of. I don't care. I know they're called like Yellow Devil or Blue Devil. This one's actually called Dark Moon, which honestly, when I saw it, I was like, damn. At first, I was like, okay, what am I fighting? And this thing, like, first, I start seeing those blocks flying by, and I'm like, oh, fuck off, this stupid thing again? It's been a while since I've played this game, so I forgot all about it. It's like, it doesn't take long, and this thing is actually not that hard. This one is probably one of the more easier, freaking golems. I'm calling them golems. They look like golems to me. I'm calling them golems. Done. So you take these things out, and once you take out... Wow, I'm thinking about that for a couple seconds. Gee, actually, why do they call them the devils? Why do they call them like Yellow Devil, Green Devil, or Goo Devil, or... I never got that. Why they refer to them as... I'm pretty certain they referred to as devils. I never did get that. Maybe that's like an English. They should be golems. I'm just saying it should be a golem. So once you take out this thing, you realize, oh well, actually they're building robots in space. So Mega Man has to go to space, space, space. Yeah, I watch Kamen Rider. I watch Kamen Rider Force. Actually, I like that Kamen Rider. It's silly as fuck, and I'm not a huge fan. Like it is all just kids. Usually, they're like young adults, but this is where they're all like high school students, which I thought I wasn't gonna like, but I didn't mind this one. This one was fun. I actually enjoyed it. Not my favorite. That still goes to like Kiva and O's. Kiva, O's, and I guess Blade was okay. I didn't mind. I didn't mind the Yu-Gi-Oh. Now I know where Yu-Gi-Oh got card games and motorcycles from. So now you have to take on 4 more Robot Masters, which is kind of cool because at that point, playing a Game Boy game, if I remember correctly, you're pretty much going for a Wily boss at that point. Which kind of sucks because to me it's like, damn, I want to keep playing, I want to keep having fun, and it's like, this sucks that they did that, And I was like, this is awesome, we get to actually continue on. So you get Pluto, aka, I like to refer to him as, motherfucker! Yeah. It's a cat character. They made a Nekomedia. I don't know why they called Pluto and named it a Nekomedia. Wouldn't it, if you're gonna go that route, go Disney and do the dog. Do a dog. I've always wondered that. That's one of the weirdest things out there. And I hope someone's fire alarm stops going off. I hope it didn't get caught on this. Someone's trying to burn the building down again. Wow, it's still going. That's kind of funny. Wow. Anyway, you get Pluto, which is like this cat character. You get your Uranus. Okay, why the fuck did I laugh to that? God damn it! I'm a grown adult. I'm a 5-year-old trapped in a grown adult's body. I can't believe I laughed to Uranus. Actually, I thought it was interesting that they gave Uranus a bull look. That I was kind of thought that was surprising. Saturn, who's like Ring Man on crack, and I can't remember what the other guy was now for some reason. This is sad because Jupiter, that's what it was. Jupiter, the bird guy, which these stages were interesting. Pluto was, you actually end up on Pluto, and Pluto's just a complete rock planet, which is weird because isn't Pluto just a giant, like, ball of ice? It doesn't make sense to me that a giant ball of ice, I didn't understand that. It was kind of weird because, like, I don't know, especially because Jupiter's was the weirdest stage, personally. So you fight. So you fight out. You start taking on Pluto. You start taking out Pluto and going through his rock stage. His rock stage is actually kind of cool, and you see these little like points here. Now these little areas you just can't get to. Like there's this weird rock and a boulder in the way and stuff. And if you played like I did, I defeated Pluto first. Although technically I should have went for Jupiter first, but I decided to take out Pluto first. Then I took out Uranus. God, why did I laugh at that? Damn it! Oh, 5-year-old! I swear to God, I'm a 5-year-old trapped in a grown adult's body. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, I move on. So yeah, you get I took out Uranus next, which his stage was all blocks and stuff. And then you see this crack in the wall, and you're like, crack in the wall. So now you can now use, if you had Pluto, you can now burst through the wall, and by bursting through that wall, you get a gem. This gives you a light segment. You get like this part where you talk to Doctor Light, and he's doing his. He's doing his. He's basically tells you, oh yeah, if you get these, you can cut your cost of your items in half. You get all four, and the fire alarm kept on going. I really don't. What the hell happened? I'm surrounded by grown adults. Like, my building has two kids. One 10-year-old. No, sorry, technically three kids. One 10-year-old. One freaking. Like 3-month-year-old. And one 15-year-old. And I think there's another 16-year-old, but he's rarely here. And all the grown adults are literally burning me. I hear a fire alarm every 4 days. Within 4 days, you're going to hear a fire alarm in my building. I've heard of people actually setting the building on fire. This has happened on like every year at least 3 times. I'm surprised my insurance doesn't go up like through the roof. It's absolutely absurd. Anyway, after you get these gems, you can move on. I went back to Pluto, got the gem for that, went and took out Jupiter, got the other gem for him, and then finally took out Saturn, which I actually fucking hated Saturn stage. I hated the whole G-force thing. That was annoying. Like Jupiter's was pretty annoying too because it really didn't make sense. Like it had all this electricity stuff. Then all of a sudden it switched to ice stage. Which wouldn't that have been Neptune or done that to other stuff? Why do it for this one thing? So after you take them all out, you finally get to kick Terra's ass. And Terra beat the crap out of you in the beginning cutscene that you actually get with, where he kidnaps Roll. So you get to finally take this guy out. And trust me, his attack is one of the best attacks in the game, but you don't want to waste it. It's really kick-ass. He has this weird I think it's called like spark charge or whatever, or it's basically it shoots all over the screen. It's really cool. It's one of the better abilities I've seen in Megaman. I actually really like this. This was really fun to have, and it's actually one of the essentials to beating the last boss. So then you finally are like, well, I beat him, so I destroyed all the robots from space. The Earth is saved. Then all of a sudden, the Death Star. Yes, I enjoy the fact I'm doing this episode. Star Wars is coming out, and a Death Star appears. I would play the Star Wars music, but I've heard Disney likes to sue people. So instead of doing the Star Wars music, I have decided to hum one bit of it. There, I have technically will not get sued for using a Disney. We're not using a Star Wars thing. There we go. There's one more. So then you get this flight sequence, flight sequence is actually quite fun. I actually thought it was really, really enjoyable and weird. And then you actually blow up the Death Stars. You blow a hole through the Death Star and fly through. Yeah. Yeah, they so stole us. So you fly through, and as you're flying through, you finally are able to take out. You start taking out, and actually, this is cool. You actually get to fight, I think, 4 more robot masters. You don't get any abilities from them, but they're kind of cool. One has a sword, which I like. The other one has a pogo stick, which is a jackhammer / pogo stick. It's stupid as fuck. And the third, one of them runs around like a retard, and the other one's a giant buzzsaw. So once you take them all out, then you get this weird moment where you take on a giant robot, but all you get to see are the fists. It's weird. And you take out the fists, then you get to take on the Wily. You get to finally take on Dr. Wily. And he's in the most stupidest. I hate that robot. That giant robot he's in is retarded. It shoots bombs at you, and you gotta blow it up. And then once you blow it up, the spikes come down, and you gotta take him out again. Just use Marsman, you'll be fine. That's how I did it. Then he shows his ultimate robot, the ultimate robot that he built. I guess Dr. Wily had been traveling around the solar system, finding robots and building them. That's basically what he did. So you gotta fight Sunstar. Sunstar, honestly, because I cheated, I cheated the game out and kept on going to Neptune stage over and over and over again, collecting E-Tanks. I had maxed out E-Tanks and an S. So I had no problems, and even by the time they gave me my E-Tanks, I was like, that's, this is easy, I can take it all out. So I wiped everything out. Pretty much wiped the whole area out. It's kind of funny how quick I wiped everything out. Boom! Took this guy out in a matter of seconds. And he's like, you try to help him, and the cutscene kicks off where you're like, I'm helping you because you're a robot too, and I want to bridge the gap between human and robots. I think everyone deserves to live. And he's like, well, no, I can't. I'm going to blow up. The whole thing's going to go. You better leave. So he escapes. Megaman takes off and escapes. The Death Star blows up. I'm surprised he didn't go, wee-hoo! Oh, when he escapes out in his Rush, he turned Rush into a spaceship, which was kind of cool. And then you basically get to watch the cutscenes and watch the stuff as them going through the robot roll call, which is done in every Mega Man. Then Wily appears, and his ship falls apart. He attacks you, his ship falls apart, and then he chases after him. And that's the end of Mega Man 5, or Mega Man V as I like to call it, because this one was a totally different one from the Game Boy ones. Why the fuck weren't the Game Boy games, the other ones, this good? This was amazing. This was probably the best Mega Man game on the Game Boy. I'm honestly giving this one a 6. This is awesome. I enjoyed this one, and I still find it funny that this game is faster than... Okay. Now, okay, everyone can say it. I hate to say it. You want to know why Sega lost? Because they couldn't keep up with the simple speed of a Game Boy game. Mind you, Super Nintendo died before Game Boy did. So, I hate to say it, Game Boy was a superior system. If you really think about it, Super Nintendo failed, Super Nintendo died, Genesis died, Game Gear died, but Game Boy had, like, how many years after the fact? It's just... Oh man, it's silly. It's silly. I hate to say it. Game Boy was an awesome console for that. And yeah, so that's my review of Mega Man V. And yeah, I'm going to be doing some other Mega Man stuff. I'm in a debate right now. I'm going to talk to people. I might do a long review of something I'm not looking forward to, or play a game I'm really... Play something I'm really not looking forward to. And again, I'm saying it, I am not playing the Mega Man racing games. I'm not going to play racing game. Fuck no, that's horrible. 0. Soccer, 0. Mega Man Soccer, 0. Mega Man Golf, if it's out there, probably not. Actually, there might be. 0. If I could ever get the arcade shooter, I'll play that. But that's pretty much the 0. So there's something out there that horrifies me so much that I don't want to play it. I don't want to play. I have to, but I don't. Ah, fuck it. Alright, that's my review. Have a good one, guys.